Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I'm sharing this cute little Santa suit treat box with you. This actually, I love the little Hershey's Kisses in these. These are the Santa hat Hershey's Kisses they have this year. They're so cute, and I actually got them to do another project, but this box was inspired by these little Santa hats, and I thought they'd be really cute inside this box. So this is what I'm sharing today. It measures 4.5 by 3.5, and it is about 1.5 wide. So it fits quite a few of the Hershey's Kisses, and I like when they fit, you know, enough to actually give as a little gift. So I also I'm using the Labels to Love for the Ho Ho Ho. I thought it was perfect for this box. So this is the box we're sharing. So let's go ahead and get started with the directions for this. And here are the supplies. You're going to need a piece of 8.5 by 11. So this is a regular sheet of cardstock. So you're going to need the whole sheet. You're going to need a window sheet, and the window sheet is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White. This is 1 by 6, and then a piece of basic black, and this is for the belt, and it is 3/4 by 4.5. And then you're going to need a scrap piece of our silver glimmer paper. So that's for our belt buckle. You can use the copper paper, you can use the silver metallic paper, whichever you have. I just love the glimmer paper, so that's what we're using here. I'm also using our layering squares. That's for the belt buckle. And then I'm using our lots of labels, and I am using the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one from the center, which is this one right here that fits right there. So that is everything you're going to need. You need a little hole punch and some of our glitter trim, and this comes in a 2-pack with the silver. I used the silver, I think, on my last project I did. It was on my last card that I used the silver that goes with this one. And then I'm also using these magnetic discs. These I got off of Amazon, and they're basic gray, and a lot of people always ask me where I got them, but I got them from Amazon. You can see I'm almost out, and I need to order some more, but there's 20 on a sheet, and it lasts forever unless you're making a bunch of these. So I have two packages. I've already gone through one, and I do need to reorder. So all right, so let's go ahead and get scoring. Alright, so on the 11-inch side, we are going to score it at 1.5. I need to move some of this out of the way. I've got so much on my bench. I've got so many projects going. You wouldn't believe what this bench looks like. So it's 1.5, 2.5, 6, and 7.5. And then turn it to your 8.5-inch side and score it at 1/2. I'm going to do it on this side. At 2. At 6.5. And at 8. Okay, so we're also going to go ahead and let's go ahead and score our little piece of white, Whisper White. We're going to score that at 1.5. And at 2.5. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so for our real red piece, I don't know if I said that was real red, but that's what it is. We are going to start cutting now. This is the top up here that has the, I believe it's a 2-inch and then 1 inch right here. It's 1.5 and 1 inch, I believe. We are going to cut all of this from this right here is going to be the tab that we fold inside our box. So we're going to cut this whole section out right here. So it's a pretty good size, but save it because you can punch pieces out of this. You can stamp on this piece. So we are cutting that, and we're going to do the same on the other side right here. That's why I love these big scissors. They are perfect for these long areas. Okay, so it looks just like that. So here's our one flap here, and here's the other. This is going to be the top of our box. And then we're going to cut down here to loosen this right here. And we're going to cut off the little tab right here. That little piece, and we're going to do the same on this side. Okay, so that's it. So now we have, let's sharpen these score marks first and I can show you. This is going to be a glue tab here. This one's going to be a glue tab. And we're going to sharpen all these. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to need to do is bring the big shot up here, and we're going to cut the window out. Now you're going to get a little bit of a mark on the sides of these panels, but really when the box is complete you're not going to really notice it that much because this is a little bit too wide to run through the big shot like this because of the width. So I'm going to use my magnetic platform and a base plate. I am going to put this, and you want to put it closer, your framelit closer to the bottom, because the flap does overlap it a little bit, but just keep it a little bit closer and just center it there. And then we're going to fold this on top, so that's what causes the little impression. If anybody else has any way to do this where it doesn't get one, you can let me know, but I've been doing this forever and I have not figured out a way to do it yet. So you are going to get a little bit of an impression on the sides of those pieces. And you can sometimes, so there's our window, you can sometimes use your bone folder, and I just go over it a little bit and it kind of flattens it out. You don't even have to do this. It really is not noticeable. Alright, so while we have this out, let's go ahead and do our belt buckle. So I'm going to use this small, and I like to do it on this side, it just seems easier. The small, and then you're going to center this in the center and make sure there's space evenly all the way around. Usually I put the little one in first and then do the larger one. So just make it so it looks like it's space, and the same space all the way around the edges. And sometimes it moves on me, but let's see how I did. Yeah, I think we're okay. See, just like that. And you're going to keep this little piece because we're going to use it for part of the buckle too. Okay, so let's move everything out of the way and get going on this. Another thing about this little impression here, this is the side you're going to fold into the box. So this side you can actually really not see that much. So let's get our window sheet, and I had my glue dots right here. They are. They're always in front of me, but I can never see. I'm just going to put glue dots all along the edges of this. So I'm going to put 3 on each end, And I'm going to put one in the middle. This seems to really hold them on just fine. You could put a couple extra on. It's not really that necessary. So just go all the way around your window sheet. You can use fast fuse on this too. I just find this is a little bit easier to handle. I need one more over here. I think we got it all. Yeah. So then you're just going to lay it on here. And it really strengthens this box too. I think I could have cut it a little bit shorter. Maybe let me measure it, because it comes right to the edges, and I don't really like to come right to the edges because sometimes it messes up your fold. Let me see if I measured that right. Sometimes I get in a hurry when I'm, yeah, I did 4.5, but you might want to do, you can go ahead and do 4 1/4. I think 4 1/4 would be a better measurement. I'm going to change it. Oh, I was supposed to do it 4 1/4. That's what my measurement is. But I cut it 4.5. So that's why I'm going to trim this edge just a hair, because it's interfering with my fold. It's right on the fold. So do it 4 1/4. That is what my measurement was supposed to be. I did it 4.5. Sorry about that. There we go. That's much better. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting this together. Grab your fast fuse. You can use sticky strip here, any strong adhesive, double-sided adhesive. You're going to put these in the center, and you're going to bring this up and make sure it's straight right on that fold. And then do the same here. Just like that, and I take my bone folder and just reinforce that. Okay, so then you're just going to squeeze the sides a little bit. I'm going to round the corners right here with my corner rounder. You can use any corner rounder. That's our old corner rounder that we have. I'm going to grab one of our magnetic. I should have popped these out first. Sometimes there they go. You're going to use a positive and a negative. You see how strong they are for such little magnets. And they have adhesive on the back. Now hopefully I can get these apart. And I'm going to put the top one on first. And I'm just centering it here. And then I'm going to put the bottom one on. Just take the little adhesive back in. You can use the little Velcro that I show in a lot of my videos. You can also use that for this box. Now I'm going to I'm just going to eyeball this center, and usually I get it pretty close. You can measure it from side to side if you want it to be perfect. You don't have to. So that's going to just adhere. I need to, actually I didn't put that, I forgot to put it, this needs to go down further. And I already got it stuck down there. I might need to add a glue dot. I forgot I needed to put that down further. Because this box is going to close just like that. So I'm going to add another glue dot to make sure it stays. Because you're going to want to put it down, not up here, because I forgot that this folds down a little bit. So you're going to put it closer to this right here. There you go. Alright, see? There you go. That's what I'm... and it snaps really tightly in there. So the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and put on our little white piece. This is for his suit. And I'm just going to run a piece of a little bit of fast fuse down here. I'm going to put a couple strips. And now there's one little thing I do want to, you do want to get this in the center, so half of the 4.5 is 2 1/4, so I'm just going to mark just with a tiny thing right here, and I'm going to center this over that because my other one wasn't perfectly centered. So this one, you can eyeball this too and make sure that it's centered really well. Depends how picky you are. Sometimes I tend to be really picky. Alright, so we got that on, and then we'll get our little piece of basic black. And you're going to center that. We're going to get our little belt buckle. And the belt buckle I actually attached with my tomball. I need to get some more. I am almost out. Hopefully I'll have enough here. Or I may need to use some glue dots or something. Yeah, I think I'm out. So let me use I'm going to use the fine tip glue. It's out here. Hopefully this will work. Sometimes a fine tip, you have to hold it in place a little bit. So you want to center that. And then this little piece right here, you're just going to cut for the little belt buckle. And you're going to just place this on top. And I think I cut it a tad off of the end. We'll use the fine tip glue again. And I'm going to cover that right away because this hole does clog up really fast. It dries. And this will go across. This one I'm going to have to hold a minute. Hopefully this is going to hold it. And now we're going to punch the holes for the little, and we're going to you just center it on each side of the little white piece here. I just eyeball how far apart it is. And you're going to take, and I don't even remember how, I think I did 12 inches. I'm going to do maybe 14 to make sure. I think I did like 12 inches. You're going to tie a knot in this, and these knots on this trim really stays pretty well. I tried to untie it, one of them, and it didn't want to untie very easily. I'm going to use my little poker to poke this through because that hole's small. You want this hole small. And we're going to stamp our little sentiment before I put this on because this is how I made the mistake last time. So I'm going to stamp the ho ho ho, and I'm just going to use some Memento Black. And this ho 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 is from the Labels to Love. And then I'm using this, I can't even remember, I'll put it in the video. I never remember the names of the punches all the time. So I need to do a little trick with this. Let me get a piece that's long enough. I guess I'll use this. And you just add a little adhesive. In fact, I'm going to use my snail. If you have a short piece, this is a really good way to. So here's a little tip. It's an easy way to, oh, I didn't adhere. And just put it in there. It's harder because it has to punch two. I usually use like a 1-inch piece, but this was just sitting here, so I thought I'd use it. And then I'm going to just trim up the sides here. You can put this whole one on. I thought it was just too big. So I just made my own little tag. And then again, put another, I think this is our 1/8, or I think this is the 1/8 inch hole punch. And then make sure you put this on right, the right side going, so your tag is up. That's why I had to untie my last one, because I had the tag going the wrong way. Then you're going to just feed it through the other side. And I'm thinking 12 inches was plenty, because this looks like it's going to be a little bit long. Because I like it a little bit short, so I think 12 is more than enough. So just tie your knot where you want your handle, how long you want your handle to be. And then we'll just trim that off. And let me get some Hershey Kisses. These are the Hershey's Kisses. They're called Santa Hat Kisses. They're so cute. Oop. So you can see how much candy that can fit in there. I think that's going to be too much, but it fits a lot. So it's really a cute gift. It would be a really cute coworker gift. Anybody, actually. And then that just closes up, and your ho ho ho. And that is it, everyone. Is that quick and easy? I don't think it's very hard. It's really super easy to make. So here's the other one. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop right from my blog. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.